What's up? Welcome to Spitting Game, Episode 2. I'm Corey Place.
Michael Thorne.
Kyle Hunt.
Brock Miner.
Alrighty, today we are knee-deep in the first round of the NBA playoffs, so most of our episode is going to be dedicated to that. How do we want to start it off? What do you want to talk about? Should we talk? Let's do Bulls and...
Are the Bulls done?
Bulls.
Are the Bulls done?
The Bulls are done.
The Bulls are
The
done?
Bulls are dead in the water. I mean, you see those guys playing. I watched the game. It's like the Sixers are Lob City all night long, dunking on everybody. And the Bulls went, who do I pass the ball to? Who's going to score this shot? Nobody's going to score. Roses in here. Okay, pass it along. Turnover.
Especially in the second half. They did great in the first half. But they were just horrible. But here's what I thought when they did the game ball thing to Rose. Did you guys see that? When he hobbled out and they gave him the game ball, I just felt like, I was like, man, but they're just giving away their season. It's like, they're just like almost, it felt like to me they're throwing in the towel. And I was just like, no, that's not what it needed to be. I mean, I wanted to see Rose in a suit, sitting on the sidelines, taking his team on, rather than like, I'm getting a game ball and this is our season.
Here are condolences for how bad this playoff run is going to be.
Exactly.
Psychologically, that right there kind of took the Bulls out of it. So like Miami, Knicks. Sweet.
Miami, sweet. Dude, we even need to talk about it.
Miami is focused. They're just...
I think by what Amari Stoudemire did shows the Heat they have the upper hand in this.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I think that he took himself out of the.
It's another psychological.
He punched like a
self-inflicted.
But is he going to be on the entire series, or is it just 2 games?
He's out.
Yeah, he's definitely going to miss Game 3. Questionable for Game 4, but what's the purpose?
Here's
purpose. Game 4's over.
Here's the only thing. Here's the only thing that I've heard though that actually stood out in my mind is that the Knicks have played better with losing one of their stars. When Carmelo Anthony was out, they played obviously. Lynn was just lighting it up then.
Yeah.
So you're calling an overtime, and then the Knicks still lose?
I don't know. Like I think it's done. I think the Heat just have it handled. For some reason, this. I don't want to say it too early, but I see the Heat going to the finals, and so I think they just know they have the upper hand at least in this series.
Oh, yeah.
So I think they're just.
I agree.
I
think the Heat definitely are probably going to make it to the finals. Now, I still question the Heat's psychological strength, but I still think
against who in the West ever?
Because of like, I don't know if it's like like a Babe Ruth kind of thing now for Boston Red Sox, but like LeBron James made such an impact and he's almost made it, and I don't know if it's psychologically they might take, but right now they're looking pretty focused.
I would disagree, and here's why. That they didn't let up at all during Game 1 and 2.
Dude, they were just killing it.
Took it to them.
No, I agree.
Like,
I'm saying midway through all the playoffs,
was insane the whole
you don't
time.
know what's going to happen.
I think also the Miami Heat this year are on a mission. Like LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, they're obsessed with getting a championship together. And I think last year really was a big learning experience for them because they faced a Mavericks team that they expected to beat. They were demoralized, but now this year, they just have it together.
Also, let's go back to last year. I mean, last year was their first year together. I think they kind of had the scapegoat of saying, look, like, this is our first year together. Did you really expect this? You know what I mean? They had that this year. There's
no excuses.
No excuses. So I believe they're going to
Boston do
not
that?
5, not 6, not 7. Let's just go for 1.
Yeah.
Let's get that
Next
first
10
one.
years, they got the 7 championships.
Hold on, but didn't Boston do that the first year that the Big Three got together? They won.
They did, but
the first year.
Yeah, and
so they're an outlier, but at the same token,
they were veterans as well.
Yeah.
I think that
That's
plays
true.
into
They
it.
were
They proved themselves on
Yeah.
other teams separately. Which, I mean, I guess you could say LeBron and Wade had, except LeBron didn't have a ring.
But I think the big three in Boston kind of have their own. They each have their own niche on the court, and I think pretty much the big three in Miami
are all playing the same position.
all kind of playing. They all flow the same way. So
that's a really.
So let's. I want to talk about one thing.
Switch to the West Coast.
No, little sore subject for me, but we're gonna need to talk about Spurs Jazz right now.
It's tender still.
Okay, I'm calling this right now. And later in this episode, I'm going to tell you how I'm eating my words. But
do you need a broom?
No. I say Jazz by 4 tonight.
Wow.
Game 2.
Going against the Vegas odds.
Yeah. So I'm saying Jazz by 4 tonight.
Vegas says the Spurs will win by 11 tonight.
Really?
So.
Okay.
The only thing that's hard about that is you gotta look at the Spurs lineup, and they really can match up against just about any
That's
team
true.
in the league.
Harris will play awesome.
You
But
better.
The Jazz,
You better.
the Jazz have Gordon Hayward. We're not.
Yeah, exactly.
This is the
We're
consideration.
not
I know.
MVP that should have been.
So you know what? Jazz by 4. I'm okay with that.
Now this, where I need to be a little bit humble, but last week I called that the Lakers aren't going to make it out of the first round. Appears to me that they're making it out of the first round. So I was wrong in that assessment, but I think I let my hate for the Lakers kind of...
They have this guy named Kobe.
Yeah.
He seems to mess things up a little bit for us.
So right now, statistically, it looks like Thunder Lakers kind of looking like it's going to happen.
In the West. Here's the thing, like, I'm just going to come out and say, like, it kind of... I'm one of the people who I was like, no, LeBron, don't leave Cleveland. That just kind of like ruined his legacy for me, but I really do want to see him win a championship. And I think the best way to do that is to go through Kobe. And to have to do that that's the way to do it. So it would be great to see the Heat and the Lakers and see LeBron prevail. But
To go through a proven multiple champion.
to
Through Kobe.
to do it.
Who's
I think Kobe is a total tool, and I don't like the guy. But there's two things that he is arguably just flawless at, and that's
Close it.
shooting the basketball,
Dude.
and it's also his loyalty.
I will
He's
give this.
loyal to the Lakers. Like,
Not-
he will not play for any other team, and that's a really cool.
And
It's
so
a really
he plays
cool
for the
point.
Heat next year, and then we'll see.
Yeah.
And it just like
But he
Win
played great
one.
defense last night though, and actually I was super surprised about it. But he made up for Artest being gone, I think, defensively.
I think the Clips are gonna win.
Okay.
I think the Jazz are going to lose,
Okay.
but they're not gonna get swept. Like
Okay.
the Knicks.
Okay.
Alright,
Knicks.
I'll take it.
Swept. Okay,
Knicks? Yes.
Sixers beating the Bulls
Yes.
Really?
Yeah,
Yes.
in 7 games.
in 7 games.
7 games, Sixers win. They already have
Lakers
home court
Thunder,
advantage.
Lakers Thunder, that's gonna happen. And what about the Magic and
Yeah, I was just gonna ask about
Pacers.
that.
Playing
A lot of
Pacers.
people
Pacers.
see the
They have
Pacers
more
as
staying
sleeper
power.
in the East. Some people think they can go to the finals. What do you guys think about that?
Snipers?
Think they
Well,
can
they
beat
could
the
go
Heat?
to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Well, they're flying under my radar right now. So.
Dude, seriously,
I don't know.
I think they're the dark horses in the East for sure. Whether they can or not is remain to be seen.
And I had a dream about that though, that the Pacers did beat the Heat.
That won't happen. That was a dream.
I think the Heat are the best team in the league, but mentally, I don't know if they are the best team.
Who's mentally the most prepared for
Well,
the finals?
Mentally,
Yeah.
it'd probably be like the Spurs.
Spurs.
Or the
Like,
Lakers.
Yeah, that's-
or the Lakers. And I think the Thunder are kind of getting there.
I
think they're
disagree.
getting there.
I don't think the Thunder are. I think they're kind of just doing what they do. I literally think that, and I maybe throughout this playoffs they'll develop into being
A championship team.
a championship team. But I think it's kind of something they're just kind of having to deal with, and so they're picking it up as they go. That's my opinion. If they beat the Mavs, then they beat the Lakers, then they beat the Spurs.
Those are all championship teams
Boom,
right
dude.
there.
I think that gives them the confidence, like you were just really saying,
Exactly,
to
to
go in
beat
and
Miami
be a
and
championship team.
keep them away from a race. I totally.
You don't want Miami to win, do you?
Never.
All right, thanks for watching Spitting Game episode 2. Enjoy the rest of the NBA playoffs. We'll see you next week. And then, bye.